tripping on pop.
Be there! Scour the spaceways! Explore vast alien worlds!
This tin right here contains the whole rigmarole.
I used to smoke about an ounce of hash every day.
Good.
And it made me go a little bonkers.
Maybe if I occupy his mind with more duties, I can control his space.
Hi.
Big fat doobies.
Hi. Hi.
No, hi. Hello. Today's Saturday, September 26, 2020, episode 214 of the Hot Box. I'm Matt. That's Grand. What up, dog?
What's going on, buddy? How you doing today?
Good, man. Good to be back for another week. Got some
Absolutely.
giveaway stuff to mention at the top of the show. Have a little discussion about the Q-tip versus paper towel tech. I saw that kind of going through in the chat over there on Discord, so I thought we'd bring it up here. Got some stuff from the Reddit, of course, and some good weed news we'll talk about today. Hotboxpodcast.com, that's the website. Definitely check it out. Got a YouTube channel you can subscribe to. Find the show on iTunes and Google and Stitcher and all that shit. So, first,
All the fun stuff.
we got the new giveaway. You want to mention what's going on with that through 420 Gaming?
Absolutely. So, 420 Gaming will be doing the giveaway tonight. That means you will have this entry from us coming in, and you can get one more entry by going to his stream tonight and typing ! Ticket during his stream. And then he will do the drawing live on his stream. That's a $30 Steam gift card or a gift card to anywhere. So you can get yourself some games, or hey, that Pornhub's still open for you if you need it, you know?
Does Pornhub take Steam cards? That'd be dope.
Well, he'll do any other gift card as well. And I think they have gift cards. We did get confirmed last time.
Nice.
We did get that confirmed. So
I like that command. You can just hit bang ticket and like it's automatic. That's pretty cool. We need something like that.
We might put that into play. I think that's a good idea, actually.
Bang Pornhub, Vinter says.
Porno. Done. Premium.
I like calling them bangs. Bang.
Bangs.
So, Q-tip or paper towel? When you dab, and let's get a little. We got some.
Just jumping right into it.
Yeah.
Jesus.
I'm excited. I want to get through it.
You don't even like to massage the tip a little bit first, and.
Ooh.
Oh, hold on. What show am I on?
214, dog.
He's in the right one. He's just on the Reddit. So above.
You
right
guys.
Here.
Oh, yeah, no. I was making a joke, but okay.
You guys were.
Apparently.
You guys whoosh. Whoosh. You guys were playing some games earlier. You were playing some Rocket League?
Yeah, we were playing a little bit of Rocket League. That was
Did you guys win?
Did you win,
maybe.
Dad?
Kind of.
See how he got all quiet? I don't think he won.
Fuck you. Eat my balls. Me and Deja Vu and two other people. I can't remember who. I think it was. Oh shit! I can't remember who else it was, but we were just tearing it up last night. Like we only lost like one game out of like 10.
Yeah, I'm not talking about last night. I was talking about earlier today.
Yeah, we won that game that you lost. That you went off.
Okay.
Only lost like 100. Gramps and Blind last night. Yeah, that's right. Yeah,
Nice.
we were just tearing it up.
Like Lil Swagrat says, "Are you winning, son?" I keep seeing that meme. Are you winning, son? On Reddit. That shit's awesome. So, what games have they been playing? Have you been jamming with the 420 gaming?
A little bit. They've been playing Among Us, and then they just started playing some other game on Epic right now. I can't remember. I think it's called Spellbreak or whatever.
Nice. Which
is kind of like a battle royale one, which is pretty cool. I played a little bit of that with them, but I played a little bit of Among Us with them a lot, and they like to play Counter-Strike too. But
oh, cool. Some cats I work with tried to get me to play Among Us again, so I did reinstall it on my phone, and I played a game last night. I killed like 3 of them first before they booted me off. I'm still figuring it out, like how the game dynamics work, but I was definitely like, when I would be alone with one of them, I'd just immediately kill them. And that worked for a bit, but then they figure you out.
You got to be tricky.
That and like typing in the chat like on your phone is pretty shitty. Like I could see if it was on the computer it'd be a little better, and you could like kind of use some social manipulation to throw them off the trail. But when you're like trying to type on your phone, it's pretty
right.
bad.
Yeah.
Like not me.
That's funny.
Not me. Not sus at all.
Not me. I didn't do it. And that's all you can really get out. That's funny.
Yeah, pretty much. And then I vote.
All right.
I vote somebody else. It is pretty fun, though. I'll give you that. I think I mentioned last week that I tried it and hated it. But I did try it again,
it is a fun one.
and it is pretty amusing.
It's a fun little party game.
It's no
to play.
Angry Birds 2, but hey.
All right, so you want to argue about
I
paper
didn't
towel
say-
and Q-tips.
If you read the doc, it says discuss. It doesn't say argue.
There-
First of all.
No, let's argue.
Okay.
Yeah, see? It's argue.
If
See?
you use Q-tips, you're an uncivilized animal. Let's just say that.
No, I think that crumbling
If
up
you
a
wanna
paper
argue.
towel and shoving it into your banger like Matt does.
Look
is
at
a
this,
little
look at this.
uncivilized.
Yes.
No,
yes.
dog.
Who's the uncivil one now,
A
Matthew?
tool
Caveman
for
tech.
a use, and the
Caveman
bigger
tech.
is that banger bigger than your ears, your ear holes. Then maybe
That's
paper
not for your ear
paper
holes.
towels what you use.
Q-tips are not made for your ears.
That's
it
bullshit.
said on the fucking packaging.
Then
It
why
says
are
in the
they?
packaging
Yeah,
not to
but
do
you
it?
use them anyway. I
Then
know
why
you
are they
do.
shaped like your
Well, you
ears?
can't- yes, because you touch yourself at night.
I just put them in there, and then I get whatever I need out. I do that every day, every morning after a shower. It gets the residual water out. If my ear holes were bigger, I'd jam a paper towel in there. Lord knows I've tried. Doesn't quite fit.
Oh.
But a banger now, 25 millimeter, we're talking. That's
This
pretty
man runs our
good.
Discord.
That's pretty good. 25 millimeter. You just like take that half a paper towel, fucking wad it up, and whoosh, 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 3 swipes, done. And then I can save the paper towels or the Q-tips for my ears. That's all I'm saying. See, Dabs says I do the paper towel. It's so fast. And actually, I used to be like you. Oh, I did. I used to be just like you, using Q-tips. And then a friend of mine showed me a paper towel on a big Evan Shore gavel, like a big 30 millimeter. And he just grabbed paper towel, swiped it out. I was like, oh my God, why aren't we all doing that?
I'm not really a paper towel person. I have them in my house.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
How do you wipe stuff?
Towels.
Use a towel on your butt? After you
Do
poop?
you use paper towel to wipe your ass?
After the toilet paper, yeah, a nice moist paper towel. Get right under there. Clean as a
Hey,
whistle,
just
baby.
Just
How
spray your
often
butt
do you have to
with
drain your
toilet
septic
water,
tank?
like
Oh, I don't flush them.
like
That's
civilized people.
You don't flush them, duh. They're paper towels. You just put them in the trash.
You gotta get a bidet like the
You
Japanese.
put shit in your trash?
No, I mean most of the shit comes off in the toilet paper.
You're a weird individual, you know that?
Eastern Dank says you can compost them. That's probably a good idea too. I just throw them right out my window, right into the compost pile. Oh, that's gross. So show of hands in the chat. Who uses Q-tips? I'm curious who uses Q-tips.
Yeah, we need to vote on this, and I want the arguments because this caveman over here thinks that this is better.
It's just
I know a lot of
evolution.
people
Don't.
swear by the glob mops.
Glob mops count as
Ugh.
Q-tips. I'm just saying that right
Yeah,
now.
but glob
count
mops
as
are
Q-tips.
listen. Glob mops are even worse because they're less Q-tips. They're all pointy and shit. Are those the ones I'm thinking of, or is that something else?
How is that less of a Q-tip?
It's less
still a Q-tip.
cotton.
They're longer
It's
and they're
less-
bigger cotton swabs.
Less
You're-
absorbency.
You're a monster.
All right, listen. What about tampons? They're the same size as a banger, right? They have an applicator, so you can just.
No, I think those expand way too much. Have you ever seen one of those like fully
Interesting.
expanded in the toilet? Like
No.
those things look like they could take out a baby. Now I understand why women can push one out their vagina because they fucking pulling out like 8-inch tampons all day.
I think
My
that
wife
would
is probably
that
gonna stab me in the neck right now.
that might almost work better now that I think of it. I'll do a little research and get back to you.
Yeah, well, why don't you do that, and then you're gonna watch your banger just go.
Just cracks the banger from the force of expansion.
Can you do this on camera? We need
Duh.
to have a tampon break a banger on camera on this podcast.
It won't
That would
break
be
it.
amazing.
You better
Okay,
bring
okay,
more than a
prove it.
tampon to break a heat
Prove it.
miser. I'll tell you.
Prove it. Full of water. Stick that thing in there.
Now, my only other concern would be how hot can those get? Because like a paper towel can handle a little heat. You know, if anything, it'll just catch on fire. But I feel like
Would
a
the
tampon
tampon be
might
any
melt.
different though?
Would it melt?
Why are we talking about tampons for a minute, man?
Well, I was talking about Q-tips versus paper towels.
Well, my dogs decided to get in the argument apparently too. Shut the hell up!
Hell yeah. So Q-tips, paper towels. I'm a paper towel guy.
I like Q-tips.
Okay.
Q-tips are winning. Oh, Swag's a Q-tip. We win. You lose. Go away, old
That's
man.
fine. That's fine. I know Vinter,
That's fine.
you dab out of like 10 millimeter holes, which are pretty much the size of your ear. So I would expect you to use them.
The future is now, old man.
But Grand, you have a 25
millimeters.
mil bucket there. Like I would definitely expect. I mean, do you take like 4 Q-tips and just jam them in there?
Like 2.
Just 2. Interesting. Sounds kind of wasteful. I mean, I only need one half of a paper towel, actually.
Bank says 2 tampons usually. So I mean, I think he might be dabbing off that the fucking 50 millimeter.
The skillet, the hater keg.
That 50 millimeter petticoat.
I think it's a beast. All right.
I made a vagina reference and nobody said anything.
A petticoat?
Think about it. Think about it. Wow.
Is that what I thought? Petticoats were something else, like a jacket, a female jacket. All right, from the RDAB subreddit, because this is an official podcast of RDABs.
Talking about tampons for the past 10 minutes, you know.
User
what we
JJ2 Sousie wants to know, cop it or drop it. 28 G's, 300. Kind of looks like chips, like candy chips, but kind of looks like it could be some
This looks like some crumble.
some terp
Hold on.
salad.
I gotta let my dog out, apparently.
Take care of that dog. Take it out. But I don't know. What do you guys think? 300 for an ounce. That's
If you're on the West Coast, that's believable.
yeah.
Over on the East,
That's
sketchy.
that's a good price, but I'd have to see it and I'd have to smoke it.
Yeah, that's always the
Smell it.
hard
I
part.
really want to smell it.
Yeah.
Yeah, smelling it is a big thing.
That's always the hard part. You can't
I
really
don't know. Hold on. Let's see this. I mean, it looks like some sugar, but
just lacking in some terps.
Yeah.
Or that was separated for purge and then never reconstituted. Like they sold
There's
the terps
just-
elsewhere and now they just have the the rock portion.
The thing that
Looks
gets
like
me is the
dehydrated
color
cheddar.
change. There's a lot of different color change.
Yeah, but camera and lighting, there are some pieces that look like actual like THCA diamonds, but then there's other shit that looks like shatter that was broken apart and never
See,
like
that makes me wonder if it's like CRC shit that wasn't fully done.
yeah. Whipped slabs in a jar, put it on your modem, 300 an ounce.
What you guys think of this Blue Dream?
That looks nice.
Pretty tasty.
That looks real nice.
Shatter.
Where'd you find shatter? And why is that not in a jar on your modem already? Do you remember that? Everybody was doing that for a while. Here.
Modem tech?
Like, yeah, like everybody. For like a couple weeks, it seemed like everyone had a jar on their modem.
You don't have to do
That
it.
shit's dope. I prefer that consistency than having it on the like the paper like that, because you're definitely
Yeah.
losing terps on that paper.
Yeah.
If you scrape that into a jar, you could at least put a lid on it.
Put a lid on your mom.
Put a little lid on it. Put a little love on it.
Yeah, but are you really going to be losing that much, especially if I smoke this within a week?
No, I mean a little, but I don't think you would get to it like next week and be like, "Oh, I'm not dabbing this now because it has no flavor." Like I think it'll still have flavor. It looks pretty terpy.
What are you smoking on nowadays?
I got this bowl of weed here.
Yeah, what's in it?
Weed. It's,
Weed? What kind?
I got-
What kind of marijuana?
I got Point Break, which is a Trop Cookies crossed with something else because they didn't have the Trop Cookies that was on their menu.
Yeah, we were talking about the Trop cookies
Yeah.
before the show.
Yeah. But Point Break, definitely pretty good. And then I think I still
Yeah.
got some Sunshine Lime number 5. That shit was
Do you think
amazing.
Sunshine's always a good one? But do you think the Point Break is on par with the
The Trop
Tropicana?
cookies? I think so. It's definitely
think so?
not as orangey, but the orange from the Tropicana definitely like comes out. And like
Yeah.
that's what you notice
Because the
first.
Tropicana can sometimes almost taste like you're drinking Sunny D or some shit.
Yeah. It's definitely not
really
that
good.
orangey. I forget what the cross is. Let me see. Point.
It was really
It's
tasty.
Trop cookies and something else.
Like me and my buddy have been smoking on that a little bit. Now I want to get me some Trop cookie in my garden. Get that going.
Yes, I'm 21. God, just show me the fucking info.
Just show me the goddamn info. Can't censor me.
I know. I just want to know what you're crossed with.
Should have asked Jamie to do that. I mean, Vin.
Who?
Nothing.
Yeah, what's the Point Break? It's Trop cookies
Yeah, what's
and
the
what?
Point break, Gino?
Yes.
Yes. I like that answer. Just like I like this unlimited recycler.
That is pretty nice. You still digging that thing?
I love it.
Trophy wife. Trop cookies and trophy wife.
Oh, there you go.
And trophy wife is something else.
Yeah, no, this double uptake unlimited is one of my favorites still. It's beautifully done.
Nice. Let's see. User Dab Days had a little message for all the haters. I remember doing this. I did this once when I was younger, and I wrote on a note, "My clear is better than yours," and I put my disty on it. So vindictive.
Fuck you.
But that looks
Looks
pretty
nice.
pretty decent. Looks like some reclaim, possibly some disty. Not bad.
Yeah. Still looks good though.
I thought this was pretty amusing because I've seen this happen in real life. User Gibber GXP posted a little meme about staring at the unplugged Keurig after
I've
your
seen
morning dabs, wondering
That
why. Yeah.
face is like, what the fuck?
The comments were pretty funny too. Definitely hop on the RDAB subreddit and check some of that shit out because it is amusing.
I toilet dab every morning before I shower.
Yeah.
Then coffee. Sometimes I toilet dab way more than I should. You dab on the toilet? People lead such varied lives.
Well, and some people like dude that Dab Dad's dude that was hanging out for a little bit. Like his whole dab setup is in a bathroom because they got like kids and shit and doesn't want to dab near them. So he just has like a whole fucking full on setup in his bathroom.
Toilet dabs are the only
awesome.
way to start the day. Smoking makes me have to shit again, so 2 birds, 1 stone right there.
Oh my god.
And I mean, if they didn't want you to dab off the toilet, why would they put that table there? You know?
The next reply is, that's what's up.
Yeah. Definitely. What's
Oh,
up?
I hate people so much. You guys are awesome.
Some nice member berries posted by Head Ass Seth. I thought that was kind of a nice looking strain. And I
Some
thought
members, do you remember?
it was cool that
Well, I'm
in there
Wait.
was other people that were like, "Oh, I have member berries too," or he said he saw
Member-
someone post it. Yeah, I haven't
Do
tried
you
that.
remember?
I haven't tried that strain yet.
Oh, I remember.
Is it good?
Remember?
Remember Chewbacca? I don't know. Have you guys had that shit before?
I have not.
I'm not familiar with it. But
I think if anybody would have had it, it's Deja Vu, to be honest. Deja Vu, has you had member berries? Never? Damn.
Never remember.
Well, do you remember what time it is?
I remember.
Oh,
You
shit.
remember what time it is?
Dab
It
time.
is dab time because it is 4:20 where I am,
I
guys.
feel like
and
he's
that
been-
means it is time to smoke.
He's been waiting for that.
Ding! It's I thought it was bang. Isn't it exclamation point bang? We're gonna do
Bang.
that. Bang that cash up. Bang. All right, guys, let's hit this shit up, boys.
This episode of the Hot Box is brought to you by Gary's Glass Adventure. Go to garysglassadventure.com and check out his shop for any of your dabbing needs. Gary's Glass has quality German quartz and bangers of all sorts. They come in all sizes, 10, 14, and 18 millimeter. Also available are quality ruby pearls and rigs from a variety of artists. Again, that's garysglassadventure.com. Use promo code R/dabs710 to get 10% off your order. This episode is also brought to you by Sweet Piece of Glass. Spog is an amazing website with lots of great pieces and a large assortment of accessories from artists like Chappelle Glass, Unlimited Glass, and Glassmith. Quartz by Jake Miser and J Red Glass. There's almost nothing you can't find from Spog. Matt always takes care of his customers, and if you're in the Discord, he'll often give you a deal. So join the Discord and check out his shop to pick out your very own functional piece of art. He can be found at sweetpieceofglass.com and in the Discord.
In the news, the fires.
Okay, hold on, I'm not done.
Oh, he's still dabbing. You go right ahead and dab, baby.
Oh, yeah. You know, I'm pretty much dabbing on an all matte special right here.
Oh, shit. Except for that cap. I don't know where that cap came from. Oh, there he goes.
Okay,
That's
now,
better.
now it's all matte special.
That's better. Look at it just spin. You ever spin them so fast you suck them down the neck of your banger? You guys ever do that?
No. They get stuck up at the top, but they don't go in the neck because they're too big. But
Oh,
yes,
nice.
I have. Woo, good dab. That ESB hits really nice. Ooh.
Is it still smoky out there where you're at? Did you guys get any of the smoke?
I never seen any smoke.
Nice. We're back at a 2 for our air quality finally after being at like a 600 for a week. Oh my god.
What does that even mean?
It means that there's so much shit in the air that you shouldn't breathe it. Basically.
It just means death outside is what
Yeah,
that means.
it means don't go outside unless you have like respirator and shit on.
Well, that's a good place to live.
Really bad.
So Fallout.
I've never seen it like that. But luckily it then rained a few days. Got rid of that shit. But
Yeah, I figured the fucking rain would take it down quite a bit coming down.
yeah, it definitely fucked up a lot of farms, fucked up a lot of weed. This says the wildfire called the August Complex is nearing the small communities of Post Mountain and Trinity Pines, about 200 miles northwest of Sacramento. So I guess they're not all out. The ones we had here, I guess, are mostly contained and starting to go out.
Right.
But there are still some burning. They say it's mainly growers, and a lot of them, and they don't want to leave because it's their livelihood. As many as 1,000 people remained in Post Mountain and Trinity Pines, authorities and local residents estimated on Thursday. Numerous studies in recent years have linked bigger U.S. wildfires to global warming. Man, bear, pig, from the burning of coal, oil, and gas,
Man, bear,
especially because climate change has made California much drier.
Wait, is this a confirmed sighting of man, bear, pig?
I mean, if that's what that episode means, then yes. Man, bear, pig is metaphor for global warming, and nobody believed Al Gore until it was too late, and then they had to apologize to him because he was right. Crazy, huh?
I thought global warming's not a thing now.
It's a thing now. It's definitely
Is
a
it?
thing. Yeah, it's a thing.
Is there science on that?
I'm pretty sure there's science on that.
I mean, I'm not saying that it's not a thing. I've heard people argue or something like that.
Oh yeah, people argue about everything, but yeah, like if you're a grower and the fire's
Wrong
coming at you,
podcast, Eastern Tank.
like, are you gonna leave, or are you gonna like stay there and try and like save your grow?
That's a fair argument.
Especially if it's like a non-legit grow,
Yeah, that's true.
like all your genetics. I mean, that's like a whole 20 years worth of life.
Save my decarb crop.
Decarb my crop.
That's funny.
But yeah, there's a bunch of people up there that aren't wanting to leave, and they're going door to door knocking and telling them again, If they choose to stay, and if the fire becomes, as we say, very dynamic and very dangerous, we're not going to risk our lives. So they're basically telling them, if you stay, good luck, because we're not going to save you.
Well, speaking of up in your area, it looks like the next thing on our list is from the Observer. Oregon wildfires destroy at least 7 marijuana businesses.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, a bunch of farms got took out. Probably a couple dispensaries and stuff. That's pretty crazy.
Suddenly, the wildfires that torched more than 1 million acres across Oregon this month completely destroyed at least 7 marijuana businesses and damaged at least dozens more, according to preliminary state survey data. Damn, so you guys got screwed up.
Yeah. I mean, that's like a handful out of a whole bunch, but for that handful, yeah, that's definitely fucking shitty.
Marijuana has rapidly grown in a major Oregon industry, with sales topping 100 million a month during the pandemic. Yeah, everybody was fucking balling during the pandemic. 100 million a month. Damn. That's so much money.
And that's just like what they're tracking, right?
Isn't that over $1 billion a year?
1.2?
Damn. That's so much.
Yeah.
Oregon sales were up 41% through August and are on track to top 1 billion for the first time.
Well, like, what else are you doing?
Oregon.
Right? You can't go to work.
What else are you doing? It's Oregon and there's fires everywhere. So what else are you doing?
Yeah. But I mean, just the pandemic. Like, you can't go to work. You're locked down.
Right.
Like, I guess
right,
they're essential, so I might as well go get some weed.
The wildfires appear to have directly affected a tiny percentage of the state's 2,300 licenses, but soon to know whether that destruction and other indirect impacts might have a border effect on next year's crop or this year's crop. Damn.
Yeah. It's a tough biz to be in. It's a tough biz.
Yeah, seems like you guys got hit really hard. Is everything calmed down there now?
It seems like it. I mean, you can breathe the air at least here. Like, Eugene, Portland area seems pretty clean out now. But, like, what kind of damage was done to all that plants? Like, the plants weren't going inside. The plants were out there that whole time, like, just soaking it in, you know? Plus whatever they're pulling from the soil from all the ash and stuff. Like, it just depends, like, what was really in the smoke and how much of that absorbed into the dirt and all that. But yeah, and
also the fire retardants they use.
Yeah, also that, right? Like they're spraying that shit down.
I wonder how much outdoor shit got ruined.
A lot.
So much.
Campfire OG.
Even ash and shit on it, you know?
I've seen Instagram posts telling like farmers to wash their plants down or just shake them off.
Just go out there and shake them off. Just dust it off, baby.
Isn't that a fucking Katy Perry song? Shake it off or some shit?
Eastern Dank says leaf blowers. I bet people were doing that, using leaf blowers to blow them off. You know there was some farms doing that shit. I thought this was interesting from the marijuana moment. This marijuana coalition that's trying to get interstate cannabis commerce legalized, which would be amazing. The Alliance for Sensible Markets campaign will be pushing governors from legal and likely soon to be legal marijuana states to enter into an interstate compact, a constitutionally recognized agreement between two or more states establishing a framework for cannabis to be transported and marketed across state lines.
Wow, that would be big.
Right? Like if Oregon and Michigan were like, yo, let's do some work.
You know, correct me if I'm wrong, but would this not open up the possibility of having a standardized test and something like an actual, like, this is this percentage THC and this percentage this or whatever, instead of, like, different lab having different results and shit? Because now we can have Michigan's medical marijuana tested in California or Oregon and vice versa.
It would make them have to like get their protocols more dialed in and in line with each other because know, like I have one test result from this lab, but I know that once it gets to its destination, it's going to get tested again. And my results better not be that far off from theirs or vice versa. And then I guess if you do have like a big difference in test results, you have to look at each protocol and see who's fucking up what, and then hopefully get them all on the same page.
So this could be really, really big.
Yeah, it could be awesome. Such an arrangement hasn't been tried before for weed, but if the new effort succeeds in getting at least 2 states to sign on, the compact would then be transmitted to Congress, where lawmakers would have the choice to codify the agreement. It could be passed as standalone legislation or attached as an amendment or rider to a broader bill. But now, do you think that it needs to be descheduled before they allow that to be interstate? Because interstate is a federal thing. You're starting.
I was just about to say, as soon as you start crossing borders with drugs that is scheduled, isn't that like a federal offense?
Yeah. I mean, it's exactly a federal offense.
So, how is this going to be? Yeah, they have to. If they have to federally decriminalize it, don't they?
Deschedule it, yeah. Because that's the only thing stopping any like interstate kind of shit, is that federally it's illegal and still considered, just like another illegal drug. It's not like, oh, because some states have it, that it's okay. And that's always the excuse you hear with other places that are like, well, we get too much federal funding, so we're not gonna have this happen here because we'll get our federal funding pulled, because federally it's still Schedule 1
illegal. Yeah.
They say by opening a market that would allow for interstate commerce, it would immediately increase valuation significantly for thousands of farms and businesses on the West Coast, which will spur investment, expansion, and jobs. And in consumer states that don't traditionally grow their own cannabis, we've seen the length of time it takes to get states' siloed production industries up and running and supply chains stable. It does kind of give like the states that have already legalized like an upper hand, I feel like, because like all states could grow weed if they wanted. It's just we already have a ton of like big grow infrastructure in place because it's legal, medical, and rec. So all of the states that already have like big rec in place would be the producer states, and then all the states that don't, like Utah or like any of these states that are like real strict on it. Not saying they would sign up for something like this in the first place, but they would be considered your consumer states because they don't have like all this huge grow infrastructure in place.
Right. Yeah, whereas we can provide for our own people, they can't.
Right, yeah. Like, we would probably never need to send our weed to Michigan because Michigan already has a pretty well-established medical program. But, like, Michigan could send its weed to, like, somewhere like Connecticut or Delaware, or any of those other states that maybe don't have anything like that in place. At least if they vote to, like, put it on the books there and, like, allow medical, then you could use this as something that gets them by in the meantime. Right?
Yeah,
like if
absolutely.
your grow's not going to be ready for like another 13 to 17 months, in the meantime, let's hit up Michigan and get all of this Michigan weed to keep all of our patients, happy and healthy. And then once we're able to grow. This would also be a
big thing for brands as well, like 710 Labs and, like the big California brands would finally be able to sell in Michigan, and the big Michigan brands would finally be able to sell in California. So this could be a big thing for brands as well.
Because some do that, right? They just have to have their own like little siloed thing in that state. It can't be like this state, all the way on the other side of the country.
Made in California and brought over to Michigan. It has to be made in Michigan.
You have to have a set of people on the board that are all from that state and residencies and all that. Yeah, this would definitely...
Yes.
This would be pretty sweet to see.
Definitely be interesting.
They say Oregon's governor has already given a signal that she'd be on board signing a bill last year that would allow marijuana to be imported and exported from other states if federal law or policy provides for it. Activists had hoped to get similar legislation enacted in California this year, but the coronavirus pandemic derailed that. Is that real?
Yeah. Yes.
My, how the turns have tabled.
And edit that part out.
Is that real?
Little note to the editor. right there.
The groups involved in the campaign include the Minority Cannabis Business Association, New York City Cannabis Industry Association, Craft Cannabis Alliance, Global Alliance for Cannabis Commerce, and approximately 50 others, organizations, and companies. So, sounds like they got some folks there. And they say their goal is to draft a proposed agreement by December and get at least 2 governors to sign on by March of 2021. So,
yeah, the more governors that sign on, I mean, the more the federal government can really just go, okay, fine.
Yeah.
I guess.
But then you get some governors that won't sign on until the federal government says.
Right. Which is damned if you do and damned if you don't.
Yeah. It's definitely a good step in the right direction, though, I think.
Yeah, that's true. Oh, God.
Was that an ad?
Yeah, for the video that we're trying to watch now.
Nice.
What's this next one we got going on, Maddie?
Richmond, they're finally getting their first medical marijuana harvest up and out. So if you're in the Virginia area, Greenleaf Medical finished up their first medical marijuana harvest, and they're processing the drug into multiple products. So in the 4 years since its inception, it has morphed from a CBD-only program limited to patients with intractable epilepsy to a full-fledged medical marijuana program that includes products ranging from vape pens to lollipops. Greenleaf Medical is one of 5 licensed dispensaries in the state and the only one registered in Richmond. The dispensaries will offer welcome relief to patients suffering from a range of health problems, according to the medical cannabis advocates. So, I thought that was pretty cool. It's always cool to see places that have like larger populations finally get like their first, I feel like the more of that happens, the less of the like, is this real or fake dabs? Like you'll see in the subreddit, as more of these places start to legalize and get shit going.
That's my biggest thing with legalization is that it's like
real?
The ready availability of just going and getting clean medication that you can trust.
Yeah.
And it's like, instead of meeting that guy in the fucking alleyway, he's going to give you some tinfoil shit that you have
or
to
on
fucking take off on the
Snapchat,
freezer
like not even in person.
Snapchat, right.
You'd be lucky if you could do it in person.
Or you have a delivery service deliver it to you, and it's a product sealed with a label on it from a specific business so you can track it to somebody instead of just fucking plastic bag bullshit that you don't know what's in it. And not saying that can't be good either, but like if we want to be professional
it's
about
harder
this and
for it to be bad.
Think about this as a thing. We need to fucking do it. We can't just start throwing shit out in paper bags and fucking bullshit.
Paper bags.
I mean, you got to be professional about it. I mean, even with my own caregiving, I'm just a caregiver to my own patients, but I still have a label that I put on all my shit. I seal my bags and product and all that. I still treat it like a food product or professionalism. I don't just treat it like bullshit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I could absolutely do that, but I don't like to do that. I don't feel like you should be doing that with that medication.
Eastern Dank says alleyway dealer be selling some fronts. For real. Although the back alley dealer, at least you can go there in person and smell it, take a look at it. And then it's a little harder to bait and switch as opposed to like the Snapchat dealer where you're literally just going off a picture and like hopefully you get something that resembles the picture, but you never know. So
no tax either. Oh, jeez.
I thought this was kind of interesting. Ohio weed prices starting to rival Michigan weed prices.
Wow, really?
It says, while prices for medical marijuana in Ohio have dropped since sales began in January of 2019, average retail cost for flower has decreased nearly 40% since then. Cost for products and surrounding stigmas for using it may be some of the key factors hindering participation in the program. It's according to a recent report from the Ohio State University's Drug Enforcement and Policy Center, the DEP.
Yeah, they look like they got some good nugs growing there.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure that's probably stock picture, but...
Well, yeah, but you know what I mean.
Yeah. According to the report, 61.6% of the respondents indicate they are either extremely or somewhat dissatisfied with Ohio's medical marijuana control program, which is a decrease from the 67% who reported the same feelings back in 2019. 51.5% of respondents with a qualifying condition say they currently use the weed. Says in terms of costs, the DEPC has reported the average price per gram in Ohio from a licensed dispensary to be about $18.18 today versus the $18.47 in 2019, compared with $9.38 at a Michigan dispensary or $8.42 on the black market. Damn. It's like $10 more, dog.
Damn, it is, yeah.
I mean, testing's expensive, I get it, but like, it's $10 more. I'm gonna just go to the homie.
Right. Well, no. That's just versus Michigan, Ohio versus Michigan.
Yeah.
But like, it's only a little bit. It's like $1 more almost for medical stuff versus black market. So for that extra $1 a gram, really, you're ensuring that your medication is clean tested, for the most part, because some people do sell some bullshit out there. You just gotta know who you're fucking dealing with and make sure you're dealing with a real dispensary. But even real dispensaries have shit go wrong sometimes too.
Yeah, but you would expect them to like not try to like cover it up. They would be like, well, yeah, here it is, and it's cheaper because of this. Not like, oh yeah, we just slapped this in a different bag and are still gonna get full price for it.
Or
it depends what's wrong.
Doesn't taste good and feels bad and shit. Why don't you return it and I'll give you a new one?
Yeah, like, is it just Smalls or was it accidentally sprayed with something nasty that I don't want? Like, it depends what's wrong with it. In Michigan, the average dispensary price for an ounce of weed in August was $2.92.46, or $10.33 a gram, and in Illinois for weed is about $13.75 per gram. And they say, of course, prices fluctuate constantly. State-provided sales figures reflect actual out-the-door costs, which will include discounts for indigent people and veterans, along with other regular sales. So,
I question their pricings on that, by the way, for black market. Just saying.
I'll do it for $5.
No, from what I hear,
it's more.
Black market is about half that.
Yeah.
Literally, it's about $1.50 an ounce for black market shit. That's decent.
Outdoor. 6,400's the new low.
Not outdoor.
I saw a meme on it earlier.
Saw a meme on it. Oh God.
Per a recent analysis of other data on Ohio's marijuana market, there's about $21.4 million worth of marijuana products sold in July, which set a record for most sales in a month since dispensaries opened in January of 2019. So, yeah. I think it's interesting that we're able to like track these numbers now, because like before there's no tracking. You don't know how much weed is getting bought and sold and all that. It's interesting to see.
They're trying to put more stipulations on it, which they should. There needs to be, consequences and fucking tracking on all that shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Can't just be flowing out there fucking freely. It's gotta be done right.
I mean, it could, but yeah, if you want to make it like an actual business with a board and investors and all that shit, then yeah, there's gotta be a certain business acumen to it. I thought this was kind of interesting. California announced this week that grant applications are now available to promote public health and economic justice for communities disproportionately impacted by the war on drugs, and the grants are being funded by legal weed taxes.
That's funny.
The governor's Office of Business and Economic Development said the California community... Oh, I love it when they just put an ad, like, right in the face. Like, I don't even know where I was at now. I don't even know where I was at now. Thanks, guys.
Marijuana ad. There's no one ad at the bottom. Oh, no, it's not Ellen DeGenerate. Never mind. It's just somebody who looks like it.
The guidelines for the grant program responsive to and focus on populations and communities disproportionately impacted by the war on drugs, grounded in science and data, while being receptive to emerging and innovative approaches, advancing whole person, trauma-informed care, and accountable to taxpayers and the stakeholders.
I'm just going to say right now, they better not have smoked that nug that's on those $100 bills, because that's fucking dirty, yo.
That's real dirty, you guys.
That's fucking dirt.
Weed excise and cultivation taxes are funding the program for the 2021 fiscal year. $30 million in grants will be made available. That will increase to $40 million for 21-22, and then $50 million for 22 and 23. And it will remain at $50 million for subsequent years. Last year, the program made its first round of awards, amounting to $9.6 million in support for 69 separate grantees. So, that's pretty sweet. I think that's like a better use than buying more bombs, I guess, and like funneling it out of the state, obviously. So
yeah,
I'd like to see that money maybe also go to like paying teachers more, like doing better school stuff. I think that would be and maybe fill in some potholes, because fuck, these roads are fucked.
Yeah,
and maybe fix a bridge or two.
Yeah,
You know, I mean,
they could really fix the roads. That
I
is the
could think
truth
of
right
a lot
there.
more other things that the money could go towards other than like law enforcement and shit like that. But that's not this podcast.
That's not this podcast.
I'll do a couple searches and seizures before we wrap this up. A woman arrested after 85 pounds of weed was found in the luggage at the Nashville airport.
Bringing
So much weed.
that much weed through an airport is
Like, how does she sit
Brave.
down with her enormous balls? Like, I don't...
so brave.
Insane how brave or just not
Is
brave.
brave the word? Is brave the word?
Maybe.
I mean, they were wrapped up and stuff. She just had 2 suitcases there. If you scroll down, you can see the picture.
That's just way too suspicious. That's just stupid.
The dog, like, sitting there in front of it. Like, yeah, everybody smelled it.
Everybody knows it's shit.
And
just
that's
so
what
y'all
got
know.
her.
It's
It was the drug dog that alerted them. The luggage,
Oh, was it?
The luggage was marked as, quote, heavy, meaning both bags weighed more than 50 pounds. And yeah, why do your clothes weigh like 100 pounds between the two?
How the fuck did you get 100 pounds in there?
That's impressive. According to police, she gave authorities permission to search luggage, and they found several stacks of vacuum-sealed packaging, which held 10 plastic bags with the weed inside. She then said that those were not hers. Oh, that? No, that is not mine.
That's not mine.
Those, I thought they were mine. Turns out, this is absolutely not mine.
Look at how much there is.
But then
There's
they
so
found
much.
the luggage receipts, so should have got rid of those before you said they were not mine.
She had the receipts still.
Yeah. I mean, you have to have them, right, to claim your luggage to get out the door. Do they still do that? It's been a minute since I've flown. But you used to have to, like, if you checked your shit, then to get it back, like, you could get your luggage, but then to go through the door, they always had somebody checking that your receipt was the same, because apparently people like to steal other people's luggage. I don't know.
This dumbass.
Florida
That's a
traffic
lot of
stop.
weed.
Next one. This dude had more than 10 grand in cash, hundreds of pills, crack cocaine, and also, of course, 120 grams of some weed stashed in a backpack. Deputies were conducting some surveillance when they noticed the black Nissan speeding and driving erratically, so they did a traffic stop. 3 people were inside, which smelled like weed, of course. Then they had the canine, which, of course, alerted, and then they searched, and they noticed a pink and black backpack near the back seat. And when they looked inside, they found 101 oxys, 40 whole and 72 half alprazolam tablets, 2.7 grams of crack cocaine, a 9mm handgun, and 30 rounds, and 120 grams of weed, and 10 grand in cash. Jesus. We're going to the festival.
Yeah, but not with much weed though.
Yeah, I definitely need more weed to balance out all that crack.
Just a QP.
I guess they had all the alprazolam, right?
Like a QP or some shit.
You probably don't need weed when you have alprazolam.
Yeah, that's actually that's 5 ounces or so. No, a little under 5 ounces. So yeah, QP.
Yeah.
So he really didn't have much weed.
No.
He had a shit ton of fucking pills though.
Yeah. and
Buy
cash.
plenty of weed with 10 grand in cash.
Right? Yeah. Don't be doing crazy shit when you're driving with a pink and black backpack full of dope.
And guns.
And a
money.
gun. I mean,
I like these search and seizures. I didn't like them at first, but I always do now. They're nice.
I just always find it interesting, like, how the people get caught. And I don't know, like, how truthful the reporting is and stuff, but it always interests me. And, well, what did they do to fuck that up? Like, okay, you were driving like fucking jackasses. Like, okay.
Or at 3 a.m. That's usually
Commit one crime at a time.
Yeah, right? Don't commit felonies when you're committing felonies. It's simple. I found a grow in Hayward, California. Illegal marijuana grow was cleared out at a regional park in Hayward. The East Bay Regional Park District said in a press release Friday that officers on routine patrol found the pot farm in the interior of the Garin Regional Park in a remote area with rugged terrain and high fire danger. And they had some 500 plants eradicated Friday, and they also found evidence suggesting another 500 plants had already been thank you. Had already been there, I guess is what that probably said. They had two sites, a 1/10 of an acre and a 1/4 of an acre in size. No one was found at the site, and there was no threat to the public, they said. That's gonna suck for the cat that, like, goes back there after being on vacation and, like, the site's just gone. Like, dug up and shit.
Yeah, I don't think he's gonna be going back.
No, I assume not. I would hope not.
Hope he watches the news and at least goes, oh, yep, nope, I'm not.
I feel too, a lot of those, like, state park grows are, like, cartel related. I don't know why. They just always feel like cartel related shit, which...
Like, why would you do that?
Yeah. That just seems like something they do a lot.
It's gotta be.
That's what Netflix's Dope taught me. If it's out in the woods, it's probably the cartels, so don't fuck with it. And the last one to wrap things up here, in Alfalfa, Oregon, anonymous complaints and questions about the odor and legality of a grow-op in Alfalfa, which is east of Bend, led to a raid on the property. On Thursday, seizure of hundreds of plants on the property's owner's arrest, several drug charges. This just goes to show you, like, you gotta be happy with your neighbors. Be neighborly.
Yeah.
If you're
weed to
doing that.
your neighbors.
Yeah.
Or give them money.
Yeah.
Yeah, one of the two. Yeah.
And if they're not cool, then you probably need to find another place.
Invite them over for barbecue.
Yeah.
Invite them over for barbecue.
This is my garden. The 45-year-old man who owns the property was arrested on charges of illegal marijuana manufacture, possession and delivery, unlawful manufacture of extract, and cocaine.
Oh, there it was.
Because why the fuck not? And 2 counts of felon possession of firearm. Law enforcement seized 439 plants, 505 pounds of illegal processed weed, a butane hash oil lab. I don't know what that means. They just took, like, the whole lab. 2 handguns and more than 11 grand in cash. And they would like to, just a little salt in the wound, the marijuana enforcement detectives would like to thank the legal marijuana businesses within Deschutes County for their collaborative efforts in combating illegal marijuana operations. We'd like to thank them for snitching on the... Oh my god.
Snakes out there.
For real, though. The knowledge that MEDs received from focus groups confirms that illegal marijuana within Deschutes County is a major concern for the legal marijuana market. Hate competition, man.
Hate competition.
Hate competition. That is rough.
Oh, God. Looks like a decent grow setup, though.
Yeah, I'm sure. Meds take illegal grow ops seriously due to the unregulated amounts of pesticides, fungicides, and chemical solvents that can be used to manufacture the products. I would feel like, too, though, that market would sort itself out, right? If there's so many illegal growers and, like, half of them are using all this gross shit on it and the other half aren't, I feel like the market would, swing to the group that is not selling shitty shit, and usually then they will just lose their business. You don't got to go snitching on them. That's cold, baby. That's cold.
That's true.
Dogs agree. Don't snitch.
Dogs agree. Jesus, I don't know why I let him back in.
All right. Well, yeah. See, we learn a lot during the search and seizure section. Be nice to your neighbors. Don't drive through stoplights and red lights and shit. And
don't let the fucking dogs back in.
And who let the dogs out?
Oh God.
All right. Who are our boosters this week? You wanna shout out some boosters?
Oh, I guess I can. I have to bring them up though, because every time you get me off.
I do that on purpose.
Off foot. Yeah, you do that on purpose because you're an ass.
Yes.
All right, our boosters are myself, yourself, little swag in the chat, Eastern, Zam, Nilthy, DIY Dabs, OG, Robin Cars, Diamond, Big Moser, Ace of Spades, Dirch of Chabs, Freeman, King Core Dabs, Shorn Cornery, Turpinderp, and that's it.
Hell yeah. Shout out to all the boosters. We definitely appreciate that. Email info@hotboxpodcast.com if you have any questions or comments for the show. You can check out the website, hotbox.earth, hotboxpodcast.com. We got a YouTube channel. Eventually, some of these videos will be up there. Eventually.
I promise. We'll get on them.
Grand's on it. And yeah, make sure you guys all stay tuned for the giveaway this evening on the 420 Gaming with those cats.
Then possibly our next one coming up.
And maybe a movie night this evening.
Maybe. We'll have to see. Let me know, and if there's enough interest, I'll do one tonight.
Hell yeah. All right, well, we'll catch you guys next week. Have a good one. Bye.
Later, guys. See ya.